Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in again. So, I had to take about 2 weeks break just to kind of figure out the system of how to record these videos and kind of keep things more efficient. Because I think my schedule for the last 2 weeks was just sort of bombarded, and I needed some kind of clarity on best ways forward and the best ways to sort of, micromanage my time and be as efficient as possible. So, as I said, we're going to be talking about leadership and initiative. And my approach to leadership is usually around seven leadership or best put like ego-free leadership, which I think I did a TED talk about 5 years ago now, back in 2014. And what that means is it's sort of like leading your followers in the most helpful or the most efficient way possible, and not sort of micromanaging or being overbearing to your followers. So you're serving your followers, and in turn they then serve your organization, right? So you're entrusting them that, hey, if I help you do this, if I help you achieve your goals and overcome your challenges in the organization or in wherever fittings that you have to apply leadership in, then in that stead, you would also help this organization or help me achieve my goals. You do something good for one person, they in turn would return that goodness to you. So that's what servant leadership is really all about. And I think it was first fleshed out into, it's actually an academic theory as well by Robert Greenleaf. And Robert Greenleaf said that he left his organization. I think, I'm not sure if it was AT&T or somewhere, but he left his organization because he felt like at the time that there was just so much politics, there was just so much emptiness, and there was just so much fight and strife and just, trying to outdo the other person. And he was able to leave that and then sort of rethink how leadership was supposed to be. And he actually brought in theories from the Bible, like Jesus Christ washing the feet of the disciples, Jesus helping, healing beggars on the Sabbath, and just basically brought this into academia. And I think it's been adopted by a few professors. If you look into academic literature, you can actually find a lot of servant leadership. Ego-free leadership, on the other hand, is leading from behind. You not leading with an ego, not saying that, hey, look, I'm this important person, and so because I'm this important, you must do it, or because you're saying something like, I'm telling you to do this, so you must execute it. Rather than, hey, how can you execute your work? Why is your work behind? How can I help you to best execute? And all of these sorts of leadership is what assist people to do well in life, right? Initiative is you stepping ahead to do something that you feel that would be helpful to the other person. That's what initiative is. If taking the initiative actually just means you putting yourself in front of the other person's needs. So you preempting what other people would need, or you preempting what needs to be done, and then you going ahead and doing it without anyone asking you to do it. And it's good to practice initiative in the small commonplace things rather than waiting for like big executions for you to practice initiatives. Because when you practice initiatives in the small commonplace things, then what would then happen is when there's a large task that needs to be handled, you can then, because you've already practiced it, you put it into your habit, you played it into your subconscious mind. What then happens is that you execute those tasks efficiently. So that's it for this week, and I hope that you found it useful. I'm going to try. I basically had to develop a system for these videos to keep things as efficient and as succinct as possible, so that we can actually drive through the principles a lot quicker. I'm trying to think of a good leadership book. Trying to think of the best book on leadership that has sort of influenced my life, because I've read quite a number of books on leadership, but I will put a link. So there's General Back's address that I'll put a link to the PDF on the video's description, so you can find that description. You can find that link to the PDF. It's actually a superb writing on leadership, which I think would be super helpful. And I think the essay on the letter to Garcia, or message to Garcia, I think it is also super good on initiative as well. So I'll put links to both essays in the description below so that you can find it. Thank you. I hope you found it useful. Right. So next week we're going to talk about imagination, and after that we're going to talk about enthusiasm. So next week we're talking about imagination and basically how to use your imagination constructively to build build the sort of life that you want to live and to live purposefully. So I'll see you next week on that count. Thank you again.